All right, we're bringing it back. Me and Danny set the pinion angle, but it looks like it's gonna contact that bar. If it contacts the bar, I still don't have the dry shaft, but if it contacts the bar, we're gonna move that bar and put it up here. But I don't think we have the room because it goes like that, down like that. So we might not have the room. So we're gonna have to figure it out. All right, we're gonna do the fuel pump. We got a Aeromotive Phantom with the three 450s. You really want to put it in the back because you know when you step on the gas goes to the back because it's sloshed backwards. But there's no room back here, so it has to have a 4.5-inch cut, hole cut, a hole 4.5. So we're gonna place it here and run all the lines down this side towards the engine. This one is just temporary, so stuff that won't go in there. This is the CPP or CCP. What is it? Chinese Performance Products. So it's CPP. It just meanwhile it's not. It doesn't have shit inside. I took everything apart. It's just right now it's sealing it. I got the Holley. I think they call it the laser, or it doesn't have a float. Doesn't have nothing. It reads what a fucking. I believe it's a laser. So I got that. It's just not here. But we're gonna do the fuel pump. Then we're gonna do the brake lines. But I'm missing all the fittings for the calipers. So we got the engine on, full suspension on. Everything is right now so it can settle. I had to order like these long extensions. I have to order them for the back that go here because the spring is now contacting the back because now the differential is almost at where it's supposed to be. But once I get the dry shaft, once I read the right angles, I'm gonna say right there the dry shaft is where it's supposed to be. Not the dry shaft, the pinion angle is facing down 3 degrees, not 3 degrees, but 1 to 3 degrees from the rear. So the rear is facing down. This one is facing further down. So when it torques, it goes up. So, but we're gonna see that bar once the dry shaft is here. We took measurements and everything, and we just gotta get it made to handle this power. We're gonna start doing the hot side, but for right now, I still haven't finished the sway bar, but we're gonna move on to that sway bar. But for right now, I'm gonna start the video of the fuel system of me cutting up the tank and running the Aeromotive. It's an Aeromotive. The Phantom triple 450s. You got your Summit fuel flex fuel sensor with the mount. It's a Summit kit, and they send you the pigtail for the pigtail, the sensor, and the mount. Whoa. This guy's, and it's a fuel filter, the one that they recommend for this pump. But where I fucked up is I ordered only one when it's supposed to be 2 of them. Because there's one for the primary pump and it needs another one for the secondary pump. So for right now, we're just gonna do this. I gotta open that, make sure that the fittings are in there. If not, we're gonna have to get 2 more fittings, because I didn't see if it was a 12 AN. I thought it was a 10 AN, because I ordered everything with 10 ANs. Like that's it's a 10 AN. This I got 10 AN fittings, but I thought this one was the ones with the built-in fittings, but I didn't see that. So we're gonna start by cutting the tank. We're gonna vacuum out all the shavings. We're gonna flush it out with a little bit of water, because it has a drain. The tank has a drain over there. So we're gonna flush everything out, but we're gonna vacuum it, try to get everything out of it first, and then flush out whatever the remaining out of it. So we bring it back. All right, we're bringing it back. We cut the hole. We vacuumed the tank. And then there we drilled. There's no shavings inside. What Danny did is stick the vacuum in there through that drain. I made me a sealed with cardboard. And here, no, like that, and I stuck the air gun inside, and I was moving it all the way around until every single shit came out of it. Okay. Oh, where's the ring? This ring with the nuts. This will go in first through the bottom. You go here, here, and these will protrude up, but from the bottom. Then your gasket will go through the top. Okay, you're gonna measure your tank. You measure your tank, and you're gonna cut this one 1 inch bigger than the depth, because this will hold this in place while you're working. Okay, now your hanger, you're gonna cut it 1 inch shorter. Your hanger, hold it, Danny. Your hanger is this one, 1 inch shorter than your depth. So when you got this inside, you measure for the hanger, you cut the hanger 1 inch shorter. So when you have this inside again, you measure to the top, and your sock has to be right in that motherfucker right there, touching almost the bottom. The bottom is that sleeve, that dark sleeve, that it's like a rubber sleeve, has to be touching that, and that's where you create your sump. This is now your sump. This is sump for the fuel pumps, and it has 3 fuel pumps. It has triple 450s, but I'm not doing that today because we are losing light, and I don't want to rush this critical, because I still have to assemble all this, wire it up, and I don't want to rush it just to finish this video when we can finish it tomorrow. So we're done for today. We just got to do a lot of cleanup. I got to go through a lot of boxes and start bringing out the rest of the engine stuff, rest of the suspension stuff. But the suspension is done. I just got to do the sway bar. But rest of the stuff that goes onto the frame, we got to do brake lines, fuel lines, stuff like that. But that be for tomorrow. We just got to go through the stuff. So when we start packing up the garage, the stuff that we're going to need stays on the outside. But I'm not gonna cut this video. I just gonna bring it back tomorrow. All right, bring it back. The next day, pump is ready. Remember when I said you measure from here to the bottom of here, has to be tank depth. The yellow baffle, you cut that 1 inch bigger, and this bar, see this bar right here, you cut this 1 inch, 2 inches. I cut it 2 inches smaller. Where is she at? Is she right here? See, almost 2 inches smaller. Oh, she's not focusing. Where is the bar? Yeah, you see that? Almost 2 inches. So it's an inch and 5/8. Where the bar ends is at 3/8, but you can cut it to 5/8. But it's an inch and 5/8 if you want to be correct. And that's it. Let's take you over there. But she's completed 3 pumps, socks on it. Whoa, fucking engine jack. There goes the return. The one with the T, that's the return. I guess it's gonna splash the fuel to the sides. But that's the inside. I'm working with one hand, but that's the inside of it. So this is gonna go in there, and you set up your wherever you want it. So that's it for this. I'm gonna start running some fuel line, but I only got 1 filter and I don't have the fittings. Waiting on Amazon for the fucking fittings. So what I'm gonna do is complete the engine intake, everything. I already did the AC yesterday. AC on it, the belt is on it. I did everything on the front. We locked the engine down. We don't have battery cables, so I should have started the battery cables, but all that is on Amazon. We're using the pool just to cover it, but that's the intake stuff. The steam line kit. So I'm gonna start all that and see how far we get. But let me finish this so I can bring it back and to show you the finished product. All right, we bringing it back. And there you have it. She's installed. Right now they just capped off, so nothing will go in there. I still gotta cap those, but I'm gonna put a 90 with a cap, so in case they have to drain, it drains straight down. This one is just gonna be a cap with an O-ring. I believe that was the old vent, and that was the feed on that side, and you had a drill for the return. They sent a special thing for the return. Where's it at? This one for the return. All right, but that's gonna be the end of this video. Oh, and the sensor, the flex fuel sensor, is installed too. It's right there. Which the only thing I didn't like was this. It hangs straight out like that, or straight up like that, instead of this being on the wall. You know, give me this on the wall over here. But what can you do? But this is your one way. It feeds that way and it blocks it this way. So the top one will be the feed. They both feeds, but this one will be pump number 1 that be feeding the engine at all times, and pump number 2 will be kicked in by the Holley controller, feeding more fuel into the engine. But what I want is the fuel to go and not come back to the tank. So that's why you put the one-way feed. So they are both feeding, but one's feeding at all times, and the second one will kick in once the controller will kick it in. And then you got your flex fuel sender. So I'm gonna put the filters over there. Oh no, the filters has to be somewhere here, because the trans cooler has to go there. I wanted to put it over here, but there's no room for the trans cooler unless I mount it to the under the cab, because the cab goes all the way up to here. Mount the cab like that. But that will be for the trans cooler. One filter there, and I'll probably can do another filter further that way. But that'll be the end of this video. I'll catch you on the next one.